Mackenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your Tuesday evening, July 19th, cattle industry headlines. Sponsored by AgRisk Advisors, they manage your risk so you can manage your operation. AgRisk Advisors educate, evaluate, and execute risk management programs for each individual operation while providing top-notch customer service. Now is the time to be thinking about enrolling in the pasture rangeland forage program for the 2023 crop year. If you're interested in learning more, contact Alex and Naya to learn how to set up a tracking policy so you can understand how the program works firsthand. AgRisk Advisors, risks averted, legacies preserved. We are also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you're wanting to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is definitely the way to go. Almost every week they are hosting classes somewhere between Texas and Tennessee. They do a phenomenal job. If you want to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That's the number 5 in there, or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. So as I'm sure many of you have heard already, Tyson Foods is once again in the headlines as they have once again partaken in illegal, unfair practices, and they have been found guilty for these practices. So according to Drovers, U.S. District Judge Margaret Strickland has ordered Tyson Foods to pay more than $2.5 million in actual damages and another $8 million in punitive damages to Albuquerque-based Zia Ag Consulting, LLC. In May of 2020, Zia Ag sued Tyson, claiming the meat giant had breached a 2019 premium contract after the company failed to pay almost $2.5 million. Zia was to provide several thousand head of premium cattle, which are suitable for Whole Foods' Global Animal Partnership certified program and or non-hormone treated cattle, NHTC. So in late 2018, early 2019, representatives of Zia and Tyson agreed to a contract that assigned a premium to Zia produced cattle. However, when Zia began delivering these cattle, Tyson refused to pay the agreed upon price, according to the lawsuit. Whole Foods is a key purchaser of these program cattle, and Tyson packs the majority of Whole Foods' premium cattle. So when Tyson refused to pay Zia, like they said they would, Zia basically had nowhere to turn to sell these cattle that they had on their hands. According to the jury in this case, Zia and Tyson did have a contract, and Tyson did in fact breach that contract, along with the implied promise of good faith and fair dealing. This is just another fine against Tyson. You know, in the big scheme of things though, this is just a slap on the wrist. Such a small fine for what these meat giants are able to get away with. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the illegal activities that these meat giants partake in. And it is great to see Tyson be found guilty for their actions. However, it would be even better to see them actually find a significant amount to maybe make them take a step back and think, maybe we shouldn't be partaking in so much illegal activity. Drovers has also reported, according to USDA meteorologist Brad Rippey, extreme heat is painting the worst case scenario for the Western Corn Belt this week. Rippey is concerned about the duration of the extreme heat and also the impact it could have at a key time for late planted corn, which is currently pollinating. Already this week, we have seen numerous records set across the West and Midwest. On Sunday, up in Glasgow, Montana, they reached 108 degrees, and down in Lawton, Oklahoma, they hit 100 degrees. Both of those were records. And then on Monday, over in Cheyenne, Wyoming, they set a new record at 99 degrees, and out in the panhandle of Nebraska, out in Chadron, they set a record of 111 degrees. Rippey believes the extended heat could possibly set a few monthly or all-time records across the Great Plains. The meteorologist is not only concerned about crop pollination problems and issues for grain fill in corn, but he is also worried about some of the country's soybean crop. The other issue with this extreme heat wave is the fact that crops won't get much of a break from the heat with high nighttime temperatures. Rippey said nighttime temps are going to range somewhere in between 70 and 80 degrees, which adds another layer of complexity to the pollination and blooming situation that could be detrimental to crops. The National Weather Service's 3 to 4 week outlook shows triple-digit heat through the rest of the week. Longer range forecasts also strongly suggest heat and dryness to remain a problem west of the Mississippi River for the first half of August. So lots to look forward to when it comes to these extreme temperatures that we have been seeing. This update is also sponsored by 4T Ag, your go-to contractor for ag insurance. Colt Tritt, he is the owner and operator of 4T Ag. He is a one-man show. He himself ranches, so he understands all the risks that go along with the livestock industry. 4T Ag offers LRPs on both feeder and fed cattle. They do it all. So if you'd like to learn more about everything they have to offer and just learn about the company, go ahead and head on over to their website, www.4tag.net. That is the number 4, TAG.net. Finally, Daily Wire has reported, in case you missed it, our stellar president, Joe Biden, and other White House officials took credit this week for recent slight declines in gas prices. So when Biden took office back in January of 2021, the national average price of gasoline was $2.38 a gallon, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. This year, during the week of February 23rd, when Russia invaded Ukraine, that price had risen to $3.53 a gallon. By early June, a gallon of gas on average across America was costing Americans $5. As it stands today, the national average has dropped back to $4.49 a gallon. So keep in mind, even though we've dropped back to $4.49 a gallon, gas prices are still 89% higher than they were when Biden took office. But that did not stop Biden on Tuesday from bragging about how his actions are working and prices are coming down because of what he is doing. One of these actions being the steady release of strategic reserve oil. But as I reported last week, some of that reserve oil has found its way to a Chinese company with links to Hunter Biden. Nothing to see here. So to add fuel to the fire, Jared Bernstein, a member of Biden's Council of Economic Advisors, added on Monday that the administration's policies have produced a bit of breathing room in making ends meet as the market observes the fastest decline in retail gas prices in a decade. Bernstein explained that these decreased gas prices are helping Americans save about $25 a month compared to what we were paying back in June when gas prices peaked. $25 a month. How far does that go? Not very. Not very at all. This means that American drivers are saving about $190 million a day due to lower gas prices. Furthermore, lower fuel prices affect the prices of other goods, such as food. So even if Americans are not driving that much, they are still experiencing the benefits of lower fuel prices through reduced prices of other goods, said Bernstein. I would like Bernstein to go to a local grocery store and tell me prices of food have went down. They have not. Not even close. Thankfully, there was a reporter present the reporter was present when Bernstein was rattling all this off, and he pushed back against him, saying that when gas prices rose, it was Putin's fault, but when they're coming down, now Biden gets credit. How does that work? In response, Bernstein said that it was an unfair statement for this reporter to basically say such an outrageous comment, and that President Biden is actually working tirelessly to address high fuel prices. Well, he better continue to work, because yes, we have seen a reduction in prices at the pump, but not enough to make a difference, not even close. That's all I've got for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's week is rolling right along, and I hope you are all staying cool. Have a great day. I'll catch you later.